guys, Ralph here. True Power Trumpet Fitness, and welcome to a wonderful Wednesday. And yeah, I'm back to it. I feel much better today than I did the last couple days, which is a good thing. I don't have a lot of news on the Jerry front, but you saw the thumbnail. This is indeed his final tweak. He did that. I got it on Sunday. Passed away on Monday. So there you go. Okay, I played a little bit, but it's a beautiful day. I was out riding and everything. I just got lost up in the whole thing. So that's that. Full of endorphins and ready to go. Feels good. Okay, let's see what we got. Back to the basics. Hellacious double C's in Arbin. Life's good. Anyway, yeah, the last one, guys. And I'm going to put this in the book of the month, and you'll have it in a couple weeks. Okay? I'm thinking of doing an entire book of the month, big part of the book of the month just on Jerry. And some of the little things that we've done, stories that he told me, things like this. So that might be that. But I'm not even sure if I'm going to do it. I think I will. I want to get it down for as much me as for anybody else. But you might find it interesting. These book of the months are doing great. They really are. Everybody's really loving it. They feel it's appropriate and practical to put to use to what we're doing with the videos. So anyway, that's that. Now, the final tweak. Now, I am using the term tweak because as being the number one guinea pig for all these years, I finally come to the conclusion that these little things, especially in the last 15 years or so, are minor. The bulk of what we got in the last 15 years hasn't changed that much. That the tongue is compressing inside the mouth and doing the bulk of the work and whatnot. And what you do with the tongue, now if you think about it, if you close your mouth and put your tongue firm against your bottom lip, there's not a lot of room to really do anything drastically different. You see what I'm saying? So when he says bring the bottom lip up, well, the bottom lip's already up. You see what I'm saying? The top lip down, you're going to hear about that in a minute. The top lip's already down. And I really and truly believe that most of these, especially for the guys that are just really with the program, with the mouthpiece, the tongue placement, the compression, all that sort of thing, it's not a big deal. And as I said, if it throws you for a loop, it's wrong. It's wrong. These are minor little things that might feel uncomfortable. If you had a job tonight, you might want to wait a couple days until maybe the weekend when you can do it when you're not playing. Whatever the case may be, that's up to you. It will feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it will not harm your playing to any significant degree that renders you helpless. And if that's the case, you're doing something wrong. Okay, don't do it. Stop. Enough said? Now, another thing I'm saying is a lot of this comes about by the PNF. A lot of this comes about via PNF. All right, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. Now, I'm not going to go into there. I have a whole book about it. If you're interested, you can get it on my website. The whole thing on musculature, kinesiology, physiology. It's a whole thing. Okay, but what it is proper use of tension or compression to create strength, flexibility, and endurance in any muscle. And that's what we're trying to do. Now, if you flex a muscle, relaxed, flexed, it will swell. It will swell, okay? Like if this is your tongue, it will swell. And it'll get firm, and it'll go in different directions, all over the place, when it's pressed against the tongue. So as long as the tongue is pressed against the soft inner red, now that's been the case for a while, it's going to splay, it's going to flex, and this little tweak that we're talking about, if it's not already doing it, it's real close, okay? If you've been on the program. If you've never done this before, this might be a wholesale change, okay? But if you've never been in the True Power before, this might be a little different. In that case, you might want to get make sure you have the mouthpiece. You might want to take a lesson just to make sure it's right. Now, again, this will be, do you know he's had over 2,000 of these? I think I've still got 1,000 in my house. Honest to God. And the last 15 years, you could make a point. Not a whole lot of difference, as I'm saying. Not a whole lot of difference. And you could even make the point, you know what? Jerry, weren't we doing this about a year and a half ago? Little different tweak. It's just a very minor thing, as I said. Okay? Now, what he's doing now is what he's proposing now is the top lip covers the top teeth, which we'll do anyway, and will actually come into the mouth for a little bit to cover the tip of the teeth. Now, watch carefully. My lips are already doing it. Probably yours are already doing it too. Now, if you just spit buzz, I can absolutely feel the tongue on the top teeth, the top lip, and I can feel the vibration on the tongue. There's no question about it. So instead of really trying to coerce something, and I'll get to that in a second, if that is what you're feeling, if that is what you're feeling, you're right. You're right. Now, as you go higher, as you go lower, and you get a little tense as you go higher, that might change. Okay? There's the thing. But if you stay in the middle register, and all my True Power heads here, I have a feeling you're probably already doing it in the middle register. Now, if for some reason you lose it above a high C or above a G, whatever the case may be, that is where you have to keep in touch with it. Now, remember, all I want you to think about is the tongue against the bottom lip, and in this case, you can think about the top lip. Okay? That is the tweak, the last one. Okay? And as I said, I will get this to you in the book of the month. But in the meantime, fool around it. Hey, sweetheart, you leaving?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
You want to say hello to my fans?
Okay. Love you.
Love you too. You're the best. When will I see you? 4:30ish?
4:35ish.
Got it. Okay, have fun.
Have fun, bye.
Yep. Anyway, so that in a nutshell is it, guys. As I said, it is not a wholesale change, and it shouldn't be. Back in the day, I'm talking 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, these things were so different mouthpieces, different horning. It would really almost feel like you're back to, fifth grade band for the first day. Really, and that got very frustrating. But I noticed, I'm going to say the last 15 years, moving up to present, it hasn't been a wholesale change. It's been enough to make it feel a little uncomfortable, as I said. And depending on what your playing situation is, you may want to act accordingly. But at least for me, every single little change in a couple days at the most, if not 20 minutes, okay, that's it. I'll either sitting right next to Jerry, over the phone, yeah, that's it. How's that feel? All right. Do you hear the difference in your tongue? Okay? Sound good? Guys, I'm sure you have questions. If you do, email me, leave them down below. And as I said, in a couple weeks, I'll have the book of the month out. All right? There you go. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. I'm going to say one more thing about Jerry, not trying to get morbid or anything. But, you know, it got to a point where I'm not even sure if I wanted to play the last couple days. I did, but I can guarantee you, if Jerry suffered a major loss, Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday morning he'd be down to his, absolutely 100% be down in his studio getting to it. So here I am, one step at a time we're going forward, and I know you'll all be with me, so let's just conquer this trumpet world the way Jerry would want us to do it. We're doing it. We're doing it. I'm talking to guys that the results are fantastic. Guys, you're the best. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables. Live your life with true power. Love you all.